Hi, it's Danny from Danny's Sports Bar here in Pattaya. Looking ahead at the weekend in the world of sports. It's an interesting weekend, two very big games in two different sports. We got college football on Saturday, 11 p.m., Texas and Ohio State. The season opened last week for a few teams, but this is the big opening day in college football, and you can't get a much bigger opening game than this. Texas, ranked number 1 in the country, going to the Horseshoe in Columbus to play Ohio State, not only the defending national champion, but ranked number 3 overall, and actually favored by the bookmakers in this game. So that's Saturday at 11. 23 and a half hours later, on Sunday night, 10:30, we've got Liverpool against Arsenal in the Premier League. Probably remember last season, Liverpool ran away with the title. Arsenal did finish second for the 3rd year in a row. Both teams have spent a lot of money this summer trying to upgrade their teams. Still trying to do it. The transfer deadline comes at the start of next week, so they're going to be going with the teams they have right now. They both won first 2 games of the season, and while it's not the definitive game, these head-to-head matchups often don't decide the league, even though we think they will, but it is a very big game, and especially if Arsenal want to make the point that they can beat Liverpool, that they are maybe the best team in the Premier League, because right now, until someone else proves it, Liverpool has that. They're considered the best team. Understandably, they won easily last year. So that'll be on Sunday night at 10:30, big game. Also on Sunday, earlier than that, Formula One returns. They always take 3 weeks off in August. They come back, it's the Dutch Grand Prix. That means it's Max Verstappen's home Grand Prix. He didn't win it last year, Lando Norris did, but he won it the 3 years before that. He's not going to win the Drivers' Championship this year, we know that. But in any one race, he still can be competitive. We've seen that too. And you know in his home Grand Prix, he's going to be going all out to try to win that. Norris and Oscar Piastri, who are, well, Norris 2, Piastri 1 in the Drivers' Championship right now. Obviously, huge race for them all the way up now through to Abu Dhabi at the end of the season to see who's going to win that Drivers' Championship. It won't be Verstappen, but he might win his home Grand Prix. Also this weekend, we've got some derbies in European football. I want to talk about a few of them. On Friday night, late night, 1:30 a.m., it's the Hamburg derby. Hamburg against St. Pauli. Now, they played fairly regularly. They didn't play last season because Hamburg were still in the 2nd Bundesliga and St. Pauli were in the top Bundesliga. But Hamburg got promoted, St. Pauli stayed up. And it's going to be the first time they've played when both were in the Bundesliga since 2011. So big game anyway for them, but maybe a little bigger because now they're both in the top flight in Germany. Then on Sunday, 3 of them. We'll start off with the Rotterdam derby, Sparta against Feyenoord. Feyenoord's big rival, of course, is Ajax of Amsterdam. But the city rival, Sparta, they tend to dominate the rivalry, but they'll be playing at 7:30. Then in Scotland, we all know about Rangers and Celtic. They play 6 p.m. This first game of the season that they played against each other, what we call the Old Firm, that 6 p.m. at Ibrox. Rangers are off to a horrible start. The manager, Russell Martin, is under a lot of pressure. He could certainly relieve some of that pressure if his team can come up with a win over the big rival, the old hated enemy, Celtic. Both teams were knocked out of the Champions League in the playoff round this past week. Celtic are off to a very good start in the Scottish Premiership. Rangers not so much so, but this game always matters for everything, no matter what is happening elsewise in the league. Right after that, the Dundee derby, Dundee and Dundee United. Not nearly as well known as the Old Firm, but it has a real distinction. And the distinction is the 2 stadiums are across the street from each other. And that means when they play the derby, the away team dresses in their home stadium and walks across the street in uniform to play the game. That'll be at 8:30 on Sunday night. So we've got college football, we've got Formula One, we've got NFL will be next week, AFL finals start next week. We do have NRL this week, MLB going on, plenty going on as always here at Danny's. Come see us.